Project 1, the objective was to become more familiar with Sibelius software. Each student was given a particular piece and then was asked to make a copy from scratch using Sibelius software. All parts of the music, including lyrics, were copied into the Sibelius file. The hardest part about this project was learning how to write correct bowing for string instruments and including the text in between the voice staves. After finishing Project 1, I had at least a better understanding of using the program, and it provided me the knowledge needed to complete other tasks in the semester. This is what the piece sounds and looks like in Sibelius. For Project 2, the objective was to write an arrangement for a minimum of 6 instruments, using at least 2 woodwinds, 2 brasses, and 2 percussion. Another part of the project was to choose a familiar melody and then use it to inspire your composition. For all who are familiar with Legend of Zelda, I chose the Song of Time as my melody. This project was meant to be a compositional project as much as a technological one. For creative purposes, I decided to use theme and variation to alter my melody. The original melody is in D major key signature, however it seems like the song is in E because of the E tonic chord. The first variation changes the time signature in its 6/8 timing, however in some spots it feels like it's in 3/4. When the timpani comes in, it feels more like a 6/8 timing. The second variation switches key, it's in B minor. All rhythmic patterns are the same as the original, except the melody has been manipulated to fit the B minor key signature. The last variation is simply an embellishment of the original melody. This is what my original melody sounds and looks like in Sibelius. Project 3, the objective was to write a 3-movement symphony using Sibelius software. We were all issued a template with all the orchestral instruments we were required to use. An additional objective was to use a motive as the foundation for the symphony. My motive can be found in flute 1 and violin 1's parts in measure 1. It starts on A, moves up a fifth to E, down to D, down to B, and then back to A. The first movement is set in A major. The melody is featured in flute 1 and violin 1. This movement is in sonata form. There is an A section from measures 1 through 8, and then there's a modulation to E major, the dominant of A, which makes the B section 12 through 15. Then there is a modulation back to A. This forms the A section again, however, the harp comes in also, and the whole dynamics of the piece is louder. This is what movement 1 sounds and looks like in Sibelius. Movement 2 is set in F sharp minor, the relative minor of A major. This piece is much slower than the first movement and is more string-based. The movement comes in pretty soft with the strings before introducing the light snare drum pattern and bass drum. Eventually the winds start to come in, starting with flute, and they begin to build. Then brass instruments begin to come in lightly and build more rapidly. The dynamics of the song get louder and louder and more dramatic all the way until the end of the movement. This is what the movement sounds and looks like in Sibelius. The last movement is by far the simplest of the three. It is set in 3/4 timing to give the movement a dance feel. The key signature is A major. The strings play their notes pizzicato, which helps give the song its dance feel. The brass instruments are the focal point of this movement. This is what the movement sounds and looks like.